My DP, Josh here with DepriveD Productions back in UE4 with the 29th material tutorial, and we're going to talk about material functions today. And we're going to talk about blueprint functions soon too, okay? We're talking about functions. We're kind of like compressing code, making things easier, making things more organized with functions. I'm going to explain how. Well, we're going to need a material. I'm going to apply it to this ball right here. So I'm going to right click, create a material. I'm going to name it Matt. Just for material, or for Matt, because Matt's a cool guy. We'll drag it on there, double click. It'll bring it over to the second window because UE4 is smart enough by now to know how we do. I'll hold the number 3, plug it into base color. And I'm going to set it to like a green, because I get green, you know what I'm saying? All kind of green, get green all day, don't be afraid. The point is that we'll go back into it. We're going to have a little green ball now. Now, that's it. That's all we're doing with Matt. He's got a little material, and we got a little green balls. But what we're going to do is a function. If we can create a material function, I'm going to explain to you how awesome it is and why it's so awesome. So right-click, but go to Materials and Textures, and go down to Material Functions. I'll just name it MF for material function, not mother. So I double-clicked on my material function, and it's on my third window now. Now, what's cool about a material function, by the way, is that it can be used in any material. It can be used universally if it's applied correctly. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. In the material function, we have an output. I'm going to skew this window over here. We need an input as well. And what it'll do is it'll create a node inside of our material, you know what I'm saying, inside of our material blueprint there. So let's go over here, type in the word function. Let's type in the word function if you can find it. Don't be afraid. It's a function input. You click on that and you have an input. Now, you have options here, vector, scalar, vector 4, texture. We'll keep it a vector like a collar, right? And just plug it straight in. And that's all we're going to do. So we're going to save this function and be done with it. You're like, well, that didn't really do much. And it's not going to do much, but I'm going to explain to you how they work. So there's a few different ways you can bring a material function into your game. You could type it in. You could just hold the letter F and click and get a function, and then go over here and pick which one. But the easiest way, I ain't gonna lie to you, just go over here to MF, you know what I'm talking about, drag it into Matt, because Matt wants it, and boom, you got a little function. Now, the result is going to go somewhere, but it has an N, and it's asking for a vector. Well, that's simple. We'll just plug this into here, right? And then we'll plug this into base collar. And ta-da, we're done. And you're like, man, that's so cool. We did so much to it, you know? We made it greener. We didn't do anything. But that's because inside of this material function, we haven't done anything yet. So basically, we could do a bunch of nonsense inside of here that only asks for a color. And it'll be like, oh, word, and do all that stuff for you instead of having wires strangled everywhere over here. Check it out. Let's type in texture coordinate. Let's get one of those, and let's mask it out. So type in the word mask, okay? Type in the word mask, grab that. Let's grab out let's only have the green channel there, okay? And then that's what we'll do there. And then hold the letter L and get a lerp, okay? And plug this into the lerp, okay? And the lerp is from 1 to 0. Well, or 0 to 1, right? And 0 is black. So what I want is my collar to be in a gradient now. So basically, whatever collar I pick here, it's going to be this figure, but it's going to be black and then whatever collar I ask for. So basically now, just showing, if I go back in here, you can tell that it's black on the top and green on the bottom. No matter what I do, I could pick any collar, but it's going to go ahead and run this math for me inside of this tiny node. It gets cooler than that, bro. I could go Control-C, Control-V, and it's going to give me another one. And I could plug that bad baby into roughness or something. But, you know, you may not want the same values. You're like, well, I don't want the same values. Well, you could hold the number 1, plug it in there like that, and set it to 1. You know what I'm talking about? Just like a different value. And now what's happening is you can see that the purple is going to be really rough, but as you get higher, as you keep getting higher, bro, because the black is going to be rough, not as rough. It's going to be smooth. So you're adjusting that gradient over that. I mean, you could do it again. Copy and paste that again, make it metal. You know what I'm talking about? Now you got all kind of these bad babies doing work for you. You know what I'm talking about? Just, it's kind of like plastic, but then as it becomes black, it becomes metal. You know what I'm talking about? The functionality is done right here. Sure, it's simple, but the point is, look how clean that is. Look how freaking sweet that is. You know what I'm talking about? Let's do one more really cool thing. Let's get rid of all that nonsense, okay? And let's get rid of all this nonsense right here, okay? And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to take this vector and we're going to make it a scalar. So we're only going to affect roughness and metallic and stuff like that, but we're also going to copy and paste that here. And it's another one here, and I'm going to make this just a vector 3. I'm also going to copy and paste our output. Now, you'll notice this one's blue. That's all that means is it's being previewed. It's not a big deal. So it's okay. You're definitely using both of them. Let's plug the vector into this, okay? And let's plug the scalar into this. Now, you could go through and create these, maybe S out, okay, for scalar, you know, because I want this to be in, I want this to be in 1, and then I could go V out. You know what I'm saying? You could go in and scale her out, veil her out, and you could go, yeah, I'll just leave that the same. You could name all this stuff to where it actually makes sense. But let's do a little math right here. Check it out. Let's right click and get a noise node. You know what I'm talking about? And I want you to hold the letter L and grab a lerp, and I want you to plug this lerp into the output now. Now, this is gonna be our alpha. Let's check it out. Let's look at that. It's a mess. Set this to 0.01, you know what I'm talking about? And then set this number down here to 3, okay? Now let's look at our ball. We got a little ball here. It's got some figurines on it. I'm gonna grab another node, Control C, Control V. But I want you to change this one to 1. Just leave it at 1, exactly where it was. Now, drag a line from this and type in the word subtract, bruh. And subtract this noise from that noise and put it here. And then we're going to have this kind of look. Oh, yeah. Real smudgy, real fine, all kind of nasty nonsense going on. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to lerp that, okay, between white and black. But the color we have, the scalar we have is going to affect what that is. And this is always going to be 1. And then, of course, we have this. So now we have 2 outputs, 2 inputs, one of them being really affected and one of them not. But we could add gradients and stuff. But now we'll save this, okay? Now we've deleted everything over here, right? We got our ball back here. Let's go back to MF. Let's grab him, drag him into Matt. Get it, Matt? Don't be scared. Now we've got 2 options, right? So the 3 is going to go for the vector. I'm going to plug it in here. And that's obviously, it had no math done to it. We didn't do anything there. But the point is, I can make it green and it's going through here just in case there's a bunch of nonsense that it's doing. But this is where things get interesting. Now we also have the 1 that we're going to hold. We'll keep it at 0, okay? And we'll set it into metallic, okay? And we got it here and you're like, oh, snap. Snap, you know what I'm talking about? You got that kind of look, right? Or you could plug this into specular as well, or roughness, or whatever you wanted. Or you could add more of these functions. But the point is, instead of doing this math, just like I did before, instead of doing this kind of math here and making it smudgy, boom, I did it just like this. And now I have a jacked up material. And look at how clean that is, bruh. Look at how clean that is. I mean, we didn't, and again, this is not like this is a lot, but the point is, man, this looks pretty. And I got my material function. And what's awesome is I could create Matt 2, you know what I'm saying? Or Chris, Kyle, and they could all have these MFers. You know what I'm saying? They could all have the MFer. And that's what's important, is this material function can be used anywhere. So if you need to create a material that constantly tacks on to other colors or textures or whatever based off effects in your game or whatever, boom, material functions are the way to go. Guys, thanks for watching. Josh here, DepriveD Productions, a 29th material tutorial. We're about to talk about blueprint functions next, which is a lot of the same stuff, literally the same thing in a lot of ways. And again, we just really touched base on this, guys. You could do a lot of stuff. You could drag out here, and you can type in make material attributes, and you can get real serious with it. Toy around with this. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of cool stuff to learn. And like I said, in the end, you got to kind of this look. That's not hard to make. You could make this by yourself, no problem. But the point is, it's clean and it's universal, and that little MFer can be plugged into anything. That little MFer. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Thanks for watching. We got our EP on the way, guys. Number 2, Cycloptic. I hope you guys will check it out. DepriveD Music All Day coming out May 25th. I got all kind of tutorials coming. We're about to learn some new stuff. UMG, here it come. Don't be afraid. But guys, thanks for watching. I know it was quick. I know it was short. And I know it's probably simple to a lot of you that already understand material functions. But thank you for being patient with us. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Miss you. Peace.